Once upon a time, dance music was a subculture relegated to underground warehouses and DIY venues, but those days have long passed. EDM is now synonymous with pop music, and popular DJs live like rock stars. Major festivals like Electric Daisy Carnival or EDC are enormously popular, and top performers can easily make six figures for a single performance. Given that they can play as many as 250 shows in a single year, DJs have created a new class of music millionaires. Every DJ featured on this list has at some point played at the mecca of EDM music festivals, EDC Las Vegas. This event alone brings in over 400,000 attendees each year. That's bigger than Coachella, and more than double the size of the next biggest United States-based EDM festival, Ultra Miami. Millions of dollars are spent on stage production alone. The lights, fireworks, and other incredible effects used truly create the ultimate music festival experience. With numbers like this, it only makes sense that these DJs are some of the highest earning people in the music industry. With all this being said, let's now check out the top 10 highest paid DJs in the world right now. At only 22 years old, Martin Garrix is already one of the biggest names in EDM. The Dutch DJ had a string of hit singles, including Animals, In the Name of Love, and Scared to Be Lonely. All of which have been certified platinum. He was designated DJ Mag's #1 DJ in 2016, 2017, and 2018. After relentless touring both as a headlining act and opening for Justin Bieber, Garrix is in prime position to become dance music royalty. He's also a brand ambassador for Armani and played more than 90 shows in 2018, including a headlining slot at the Winter Olympics in South Korea. The youngster pulled in an impressive $13 million last year and shows no signs of slowing down. He has a busy touring schedule, including a top slot at this year's Electric Daisy Carnival. A veteran of the EDM scene, Kaskade was voted America's Best DJ in both 2011 and 2013. Since then, the Chicago native has been touring endlessly and has released 10 studio albums. He rose to prominence alongside producers deadmau5 and Wolfgang Gartner during the revival of American Progressive House in late 2008 and early 2009. Growing up in the Chicago suburbs, Kaskade was heavily influenced by new wave bands like The Cure, Echo and the Bunnymen, and The Smiths. They ignited his love for melody and lyrics, setting the stage for the house music scene that was developing in Chicago at the time. Circa 1992, he transferred his life to Salt Lake City and the University of Utah, an education he funded by DJing. He launched a weekly house night that endured 5 successful years and owned and operated a local record shop called Mechanized Records. Though others were producing house music in Salt Lake City, he was one of the city's pioneers. Kaskade has 7 Grammy nominations and a ton of respect within the music industry. He's using this to capitalize on never-ending tours, culminating in another appearance at this year's Electric Daisy Carnival. And his dedication and hard work are paying off. He pulled in $13.5 million in 2018. David Guetta is another veteran who has maintained his status over more than 20 years. At the ripe old age of 51 years old, many people call him the grandfather of EDM, and the moniker is well-deserved. The Parisian DJ has put out a chart-topping single almost every year since 2009. With 8 Grammy nominations, the prolific producer has walked home with 2 wins. His most recent album, 2018's 7, was his 3rd in a row to debut at #1 on the Billboard Dance Music charts. The album featured collaborations with Justin Bieber, Nicki Minaj, Jason Derulo, and Sia. After a set of Las Vegas residencies, including a headlining spot at Electric Daisy Carnival, Guetta performed more than 200 shows in 2018. Together with his recording royalties, he made a respectable $15 million last year. Another powerhouse DJ taking the stage at this year's Electric Daisy Carnival. Diplo is the mastermind behind Major Lazer and a frequent collaborator with the likes of Skrillex, Sia, and M.O. He came to prominence as a producer on MIA's breakout album, and hasn't looked back since. With 3 Grammy Awards at home and many more nominations, he is one of the most instantly recognizable DJs in the world. In addition to a full touring schedule and chart-topping songs, Diplo likes to keep busy with business ventures. He was an early investor in Matcha Bar and has a business partnership in Bacardi Rum. From this wide range of income sources, Diplo made $20 million in 2018 alone. Born in Russia and raised in Germany, this boy-faced wunderkind has taken the music industry by storm. A multi-instrumentalist growing up in a musical home, Zed has tried to distance himself from the DJ label. He prefers to think of himself as a performer, and his performances built him a large and diverse fan base. Collaborating with artists like Shawn Mendes, Katy Perry, and Lady Antebellum, Zed transcends genre, pulling fans from all over the musical spectrum, and those fans are willing to pay exorbitant amounts to see him perform. A full touring schedule with more than 100 dates earned him $22 million in 2018. Though fans discovered his identity in recent years, Chris Comstock spent the majority of his career fully anonymous. The 26-year-old grew up in Philadelphia, playing in rock bands throughout his youth. By 2015, he started releasing dance music on SoundCloud, and within a year he was headlining tours all over the world. Though he's only been around for a few years, Marshmello is already well established as world-class DJ. Like most A-listers, he's on the road constantly, and recently launched his Cooking with Marshmello YouTube channel. The page already has 33 million subscribers, and his videos get upwards of 15 million views. Add this to his touring income, and Marshmello comes in at number 5 on our list, pulling in $23 million a year. Considered by many to be the hardest working DJ in the world, Steve Aoki clocked more than 200 performances in 2018 alone, even playing multiple sets in one day using his trusty private jet. The son of mega-rich Benihana founder Rocky Aoki, Steve was instilled with a strong work ethic from a young age. During college in Santa Barbara, Aoki started hosting parties and making his own beats. Before long, he had his own record label, Dim Mak Records. From humble beginnings, Dim Mak has since released music from the likes of the Bloody Beetroots, Armand Van Helden of Duck Sauce, Afrojack, Laid Back Luke, Chris Lake, Sidney Sampson, and Tiesto. Aoki is legendary for his high-energy live shows, which often involve hijinks like throwing cake at the audience. He made an amazing $28 million in 2018, contributing to his astounding net worth of $75 million. Even as he enters his 40s, Aoki is touring as hard as ever, including a headlining slot on the final day of this year's Electric Daisy Carnival. Another highly influential producer, Tiesto began releasing music in the mid-90s in his native Netherlands. While these early recordings explored the realms of hardcore and gabber, Tiesto eventually began making more mainstream EDM music. His first tour was with musical luminaries like Moby, David Bowie, and Busta Rhymes. His notoriety only grew as he announced his Tiesto Solo Tour, in which he would perform a 6-hour solo set every night. After a series of high-profile festival appearances, including multiple at Electric Daisy Carnival, Tiesto was an established member of the EDM lexicon. With 5 studio albums under his belt and an average of 150 live shows every year, Tiesto is one of the best compensated DJs in the world. He comes in at number 3 on our list with an annual income of $33 million. Formed in New York City in 2012, the Chainsmokers are relative newcomers to the list, but with certified earworms like #selfie.
But first, let me take a selfie.
Closer, and Don't Let Me Down in their repertoire, they have become an EDM juggernaut. Closer alone has sold more than 10 million copies and earned the duo a Grammy for their efforts. After inking a 3-year deal with Las Vegas Wynn Resorts, the pair have established an impressive touring schedule with more than 100 dates per year. This earned them $45.5 million in 2018. Even split 2 ways, this is a very comfortable income. By far the best paid DJ in the world, Calvin Harris made an astounding $48 million in 2018. The Scottish DJ is best known for a long list of collaborations with vocalists like Florence Welch, Ellie Goulding, Rihanna, and Frank Ocean. His legendary tours span the globe from North America to Eastern Europe and East Asia. As one of the most premier DJs in the world, Harris can demand 6-figure fees for headlining shows and 7-figure fees for festivals. With his own record label, 5 studio albums, and a 20-month residency at MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Harris has numerous sources of income. Altogether, they make him the highest paid DJ in the world.